I could Google how to make this, but we're just gonna go off my brain. It's not fun to live that way. Who's watching with their Italian? No, please know that I'm sorry for the disgrace to whatever Italian roots ancestry DNA says that I have. We have the bow. I did not think we'd be starting Vlogmas making lasagna together, but we're starting one of those days where I know that if I don't just start filming, I'm gonna spend the entire day telling myself that like I need to get it perfect, and there will be, you know, actual day one of Vlogmas. So welcome to the first day of Vlogmas. We're gonna make lasagna, gluten and dairy free, do a little homemade version, and then we'll get ready and kind of get into what my expectations and what my vision for Vlogmas is gonna look like. But I'm hungry and I've been meaning to make this for days, and I just feel like if we don't do it now, I know my evenings are gonna be devoted a bit more to editing. We have a lot to do, so let's just go make something really tasty and nourishing and warm, because we are having a mini winter moment in Florida right now, and I'm absolutely here for it. Because it's football game weekend, right?
Jingle with me, baby. Jingle with me, baby. Jingle with me, baby. Jingle with me, baby.
I could Google how to make this, but we're just gonna go off my brain. Because I don't know that I fully remember how to make lasagna. I just know how I layer it in the end. So we're following the layering recommendations on the box. So we're gonna do lasagna sheets, then meat, then the ricotta combo, then maybe a little bit of cheese. It says pasta sauce, beef, a fourth of the mock ricotta. So, but I've mixed the pasta sauce with the beef, and then we'll cover it with the mozzarella on top. We're just vibing with this. I have extra sauce if I need it too, so make it up as we go. But I do really like these, and they're a bit softer, but you need to thaw them before you use them. But as far as lasagna sheets go, they are phenomenal. So we have 12 minutes until it is time for lasagna, which means we have a minute to kind of catch up slash chat at the beginning of my makeup routine and kind of set the tone for what Vlogmas is going to be for us. Because if I'm honest, I really like setting the intention. I feel like it's helpful for me, for you, for us all to kind of know where we're going with this and what the plans are and like what this is gonna look like. I have done Vlogmas in the past. If you guys have bopped around the channel for a bit, if you're somebody who's been here for literal years, honestly, thank you. Hi, you are the most incredible, and that is so stunning. If you've been here with me since I think I uploaded a video, I don't know, 2018, 2017, somewhere there. But I've done Vlogmas before. I've tried to do Vlogmas. I think the only time, ironically, the only time I've ever done full length of videos is like Everyday May a couple of years ago. And what happens for me and what's happened in the past and why I kind of feel like it's different in how we're doing it this year is what happens for me with Vlogmas is I love watching Vlogmas. I'm definitely the girl who watches Zoe's Vlogmas. I've really loved different people's Vlogmases in the past. But the one thing I found for myself with Vlogmas, and really why I'm doing it more than anything, is that for a while it felt like there were almost these like unspoken rules of Vlogmas of what your life was supposed to look like while you were doing Vlogmas. And if I'm honest, my life has never looked like that. Nothing about my life has ever gone to that kind of exact plan, which is why I think it's important for me to do Vlogmas. Because, you know, when I was in my mid-20s, I was leaving my first dream job to move home when lots of my friends were getting married. When I was turning 30 and all of my friends were starting to have babies or starting to think about having babies, or, you know, a lot of them in the last few years, but I was trying to figure out how to make this dream that I had had for so long work, because the reason that I moved home at 26, 27 was to be a caretaker for one of my parents. And so I've had the experiences that, like, if you're checking them off in the way that life's supposed to work would have happened later in life for me, I had them happen in my 20s. You know, I left my dream job. I moved back to my hometown and I didn't intend to. I lost a parent and then an uncle. I went through my hometown went through a Category 5 hurricane. You know, then the person I came to take care of, I came home for, they passed away, and then we went into 2020. So like nothing about my life has ever been in that checkpoint way, which I think because I'm so aware of that, and because I'm somebody who really learns by watching other people do stuff, I feel just so much more appreciative of the time in which I'm in certain chapters, and I feel like I know how to navigate things a little bit more differently. You guys will see throughout the month how we kind of navigate Bear's first month of chemo and like what that life looks like. But because I've had so many of these big, I'm gonna say tragedies, not, you know, like big just life-changing moments happen, I really learned that in the process of that, it is a marathon, not a sprint. Like, if I am not mindful about actually just making the most of whatever I can, wherever I can, however I can, you become the person who always feels contingent on the big life events happening to you, and you never feel like you have any kind of control, which means that I never felt like I was happy, because it always felt like I was required to carry the emotion of the event that was going on in my life. And if those events are happening a lot, it becomes just overwhelming and really, really draining. And also, when there's space for you to be happy and everybody else around you isn't happy, you feel as though you can't be happy. And that is really just hard. Like, it's not fun to live that way for anybody. So I feel like I've judged myself a lot for it, and I definitely have taken a lot of space where it's like, well, what is this? You know, what would it be if I was supposed to do it? Like, how am I doing it according to everybody else? You know, if I lived my life according to everybody else. And then I think none of my life has actually been the same as anybody else's. So if I don't take the time to find the wins when I get the wins and the joy when I get the joy, I'm literally just going to never be happy. Like, I'm going to spend my entire life miserable. I'm doing Vlogmas for that reason, because I know that there are plenty of people, I know my audience is kind of all over as far as age, but I know there are plenty of people who don't have big families that they spend the holidays with, or they aren't taking lots of trips this year, or, you know, you don't have crazy busy, like, just festivities going on. Maybe your budget's a little bit more slim. Whatever the case may be, my goal is for this holiday season, hopefully for, you know, us to get to do some of those fun festive things, but for us to find ways to kind of create the magic no matter what's going on in our lives. That it's not a requirement that you get on a plane or that you have a major friend group. That, like, if you're in a season right now where you've released a lot of friends because the friends haven't been aligned, and you're kind of stepping into a new chapter and you're in between, and you're in a space of healing, and you're just kind of taking some quiet space for you, but you don't want to feel alone in that. That is what this Vlogmas is for. If you're just kind of navigating those in-between spaces, if you feel like your life doesn't quite fit the mold of everybody else's when it should happen on time, and you have all those big dreams, but they aren't quite there yet, and you also just don't want to feel like you're not taking advantage of the time that you have right now, that is what this Vlogmas is for. I will be 150 million% true with you. I don't really know what this month looks like for us. I have really just set the intention over the last few years that I'm like always supported by the universe, and that surprises are always around the corner for me, and that things just get to be abundant. So we're kind of operating with that. There's stuff that I would like to do this month. We are going to go, hopefully, make our own little festive handbag today, because that's something that I've been wanting to do for a minute. I found the cutest, I think it's Randall. I can never friggin' say the name. I saw the cutest little bow bag that they had when I was doing my prep for the Christmas gift guides. But the one thing is, it's one of those things where I just thought, I don't think I would get enough wear out of it for the cost, just for how often I would wear it. And also, none of the colors felt like the version that I would want to wear right now. The bag is super cute, the idea of it's super cute, but I just didn't really feel like that was the best use of my finances at the moment. Not where I wanted to circulate money, and also I really would like to have it in a different color. So I bought a little bag on Amazon, and then we are going to go see if we can kind of craft it into another little bow situation today. But honestly, I think this month is just going to be you and me, and kind of finding a way to make the most of our lives, and remembering that, like, your life doesn't have to be a certain picture perfect version, or a certain, like, you know, heavily followed version online for it to be beautiful and wonderful, and that, like, we can appreciate the chapter that we're in. And I know so many of us know that, like, even those people who are checking off the list, you know, who have the dream partner, or have a partner, or have the kids, or whatever the case may be, that so many of them aren't actually happy, that they were so focused on the goal that they were willing to kind of compromise on the nitty-gritty details in the process, and they miss things. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with them or their journey, but to say that we all know that, like, it doesn't actually look the way that we always think it looks. Like there's more than one way to have a happy life, but there's also many ways that a happy life isn't a happy life and you just don't know it. But I'm excited to be on this journey with you. I think it's gonna be fun. And we have lasagna to eat before we do everything else and get ready, pick our first festive outfit of the season, and then just have a good time today, which involves going to Target because we need things from Target, like always. Somebody's watching with their Italian nonna. Please know that I am sorry for the disgrace to whatever Italian roots ancestry DNA says that I have, because I know that this isn't 100% right. I should have put sauce on the top, but I do think it's going to be delicious. I also really love putting spinach in lasagna because it's just a good way to get in the greens that I don't always want to eat. I think it's good. Might need some more salt, but like I can vibe with this. This is a happy tummy lunch situation. So getting ready to pick out an outfit for the day. Hair is sorted, makeup is sorted. There was a TikTok tutorial on this like eyeshadow combo that I've been doing variations of recently, and I'm honestly so obsessed with it. I love a glitter eyeshadow, so I'm happy to do it again. It's not showing up as much on camera, but I have this like inner corner purple going on, and it's such a fun color. I actually just ordered a new sweater just to match this look, to have more outfits that fit that vibe. But getting ready to get dressed, I think we're gonna do something comfy and casual-ish. When it's the time of the year where I feel like finding the pieces that really work to maximize and emphasize a pear-shaped body is a little bit more tricky. When I find all of the staples that I feel like are really tried and true and that actually are like brand kind of, that stay with brands year after year, I will do a blog post on that. One thing I don't want to do is to share something like that that's a really helpful guide for you guys, and then it's a product that is just never going to be seen again from that particular brand. Like I want it to be something that is a part of their, like, we bring this product out every single year. I do think we're kind of getting closer to that with the J. Crew cashmere sweaters. But the bottoms of that all I'm still finessing that. So this isn't necessarily the most idealized version of that. We're still working on making that happen. But in saying that, I have my lovely Target pink slip skirt. I think we're going to play with her. And of course, to go under it, this is not sponsored, but we love them. And I like to tell you guys about them when I'm wearing them because it just becomes such a staple. We're going to do my Honeylove shapewear. So the bottom shapewear and then the little bralette. I think I might be actually ready to get a smaller size in this. This is feeling a little bit loose, but she's really comfortable. I mentioned this in a few vlogs back, but they actually launched a second version of this that's a little bit lower. So this actually comes up quite high, which means if you're somebody who wears something that even kind of comes to like here, you might get a little bit of the bra above it. So if you want something that's a little bit more deep cut that gives you more flexibility in what you wear it with, that's really great. It's lightly padded, but it's just honestly so comfortable. And if you don't like the pads, you can kind of take them out. I have a discount code. It always lives in the description box below if you guys want to check that out. But I do love this, and this video is going to be live in time for Cyber Monday. So I know that they are having a sale right now. I'm not sure if my discount code works on top of that, but it's always worth kind of popping in to try. And then we're going to do a beloved little shapewear just to smooth everything out. I tend to wear shapewear for a few different reasons. I think we've chatted about this before, but one of the things is my hips is kind of uneven. I have a little bit more of like a fat pad on my right side that ends up kind of, I call it my shark bite very lovingly. It just kind of doesn't smooth out the same and looks a little bit more oomph on the edge. So part of the reason I wear shapewear is for that. This is one that cuts like right in the center. So if you're somebody who wants to kind of smooth up the side, Spanx is really great for that. But if you're somebody who's just kind of looking to tuck in the stomach a little bit, kind of sleek in the sides just to give some nice support, this is beautiful for that. But also this like pee hole situation, would not use it, but I will say you do have to kind of adjust this a little bit more. I know that I've said that I will do some kind of like Spanx versus Honeylove blog post maybe in the new year talking about all of the different variations, but there's so many variations of Spanx that I need to sit down once we get through Vlogmas and like order all of the different ones so that we can properly test them, shoot them, wear them, like I can sit with it, because sometimes I don't notice things until I film it and I come on watch it back and see the lighting and then just kind of live with it to give you the most accurate post. But we're gonna do this, and then it might be a crop sweater kind of day. In my mind, I know what this outfit would be if I wasn't worried about where certain things are hitting, but I don't think my silver boots are tall enough, and I think we're gonna break that rule that I have. I don't like anything to hit mid-calf, especially on a pear-shaped body, because what happens is you're just kind of chopping up the curves. The like elegance of the flow is like and it doesn't work. It's not flattering. So we're gonna see what we can actually come up with creatively. That would be the vibe, but there's this like challenge for me because I don't have enough maxi skirts kind of a thing. I find this particular time of the year challenging to dress for. Let's just put it that way. Okay, tucked the sweater into the bra underneath. We do have the skirt kind of falling there. I'm going to try the shoes on in a second, and if they slip underneath, then it should be fine. But this is one of those that, like, if you don't tuck this in, it's just going to look really boxy. So I either like to wear neat little band that you can get, the like tucky version of it, or I will just pop it into the top of my bra. The one thing about this shapewear though is these tend to be longer. That's the one like caveat for me with these, is they don't have as many options that allow for more versatility. I think Skims kind of has those, but I haven't tried them yet in the full range to see that. Also, I just don't know how that actually works with a thicker thigh. Sometimes the proportioning isn't what you want it to be. So this is something that just falls in that you've got to customize it and tailor it for yourself. So we're getting a little bit of that right there, but I'm not too fussed about it. Anybody who's looking at that part of my leg, well, I don't know why you're looking at that part of my leg, but I guess it's like your little moment of the day. You discovering that I'm wearing shapewear as if you didn't already know that. So I'm gonna finish watching my episode of Timeless and do lip. We'll see what shoes we're going to wear in just a minute. And then we're going to go to Target to pick up our book as well as play with this purse. I'm so excited to do some experimentation with this new handbag. I still don't love, like, if we're standing this way, it's fine. I don't love that there's a gap there, but that's okay. We can survive it today. This could use a different handbag, but I don't know if the pink is too much. It could be a full moment, but we're honestly, it's one errand. We can figure out the details a little bit later. I do feel like it needs a brighter bag and I should change that though. Let's just do that. All right, we are full and sparkly and ready to go. Let me show you the red handbag we're working with. Okay, so this is the bag that we're looking to do a slightly inspired version of, and it might be a little bit too bright right there. But I got this small little red bag from Amazon. Now, the thing with this is the bow is very much like kind of front facing. If you look at all of the photos of this actual bag on the website, it's very kind of just classic underneath, nothing too special. So I feel like we can find a bow that works really well with this. It's a little bit more orange toned, maybe because I'm wearing the orange there, but I feel like it's that nice like undertoned blue. And then it's just about finding the right bow, whether or not that ends up being finding the right fabric and kind of turning that into a bow. I've seen some really good bow tutorials this year, but I just feel like this is where we're starting our inspiration. I have fabric glue, so we can kind of work with that. If we need to stuff the bow, we'll see how that kind of fits. I think we're gonna take my pink purse because I love an outfit moment. We'll take the red bag and see what we can find that kind of gives us that vibe. Hopefully we'll find something at Target, but if not, we can definitely go to Michael's. It is Sunday, so Hobby Lobby is not open, and we're just gonna get crafty with it. I really wish I had like a super dramatic tree that we could do this on. Okay, we have options. Good news is it's buy one get three free, so we can pick options and then decide at home, because I was worried that if we didn't get one that's thick enough that it wouldn't work, but I also think some of these might be too hard for this to actually function. We have options, and honestly I think we're just gonna have to play with it. I'm a little concerned with how this kind of lays once we get it there, but I got this really fun little golden option that can sit on top if I need to layer a few. My concern was like twofold, almost that it wasn't soft enough, but it wasn't stiff enough. It's that very much my forever Goldilocks syndrome. I like this one because it gives it some fun, more festive like vibes. You know that it's specifically meant to be a little bit more Christmassy, but also this one feels like it might be kind of the middle ground. This is the first one that I went with, and then I just saw that it was buy three get one, or buy one get one, buy one get three free. And then I need some more little ribbons. This is pink. That would be fun to put on the office tree, because if we have the option to kind of get more, why not get a few options, and then worst comes to worst, we use it as bows on trees or anything else. I noticed that at the front of the store they have some of the, I don't know if they call it angel tree, but like they have them for some of the local kids. So making a mental note for another day, or have more time and I've prepped to make sure that I'm good to go budget wise to come back and maybe clear a couple of kids from the tree. I think that would be a nice way to spend some Vlogmas time this year. Okay, so I think we're gonna well and truly, make sure it's not go up there, have to girl math some things to do this. So we're gonna start by doing some measurements and see maybe how long we need to cut this ribbon. That is in centimeters, and I am not good at measuring that way. All right, so that's like 8¼ inches wide. Also, I'm thinking if I double, all right, so 20 inches. I'm thinking if I double it to at least start, we'll have a nice solid kind of test ribbon situation. But let's first pull. I'm going to put the tutorial that I'm using on screen so that the tutorial that I use on screen just to make it a little bit easier, because I'm not 100% sure of this process. But we'll start with this amount and then see. I already have such mixed feelings about this. This is actually the marking that I'm at is pretty much cutting between where you can see that they've like connected two ribbons. But let me do my first take on our little bow. I'm interested / concerned to see how this fits and how this all kind of ties together, because I don't know if it's going to be one of those things where we need to do it on both sides to kind of get it. This feels like I'm going to have to kind of glue it to get that vibe. That looks okay on camera. I think that'll be an okay kind of situation. Let's do a test bow run. Okay, so we're gonna do, we've got B-cam over the shoulder just to make it a little bit easier. So we're gonna do 8 inches here. I have seen a couple of different versions of this where they use chopsticks and stuff, but I feel like to give the framing of it, but I think the easiest thing that's going to be to use is these nice chunky straws so we can make sure that we're getting the thickness that I want. Feels like it could be very interesting because this is a really wide bow. Like, you'll be able to see it in this fun little camera that's over here, but this is honestly wider than I thought it would be. So, and in saying that, I actually think this might be too short. I think we're going to need more than I was thinking in order to get the width and the height right. So let's double the double and go from there. I do think with this technique, it's nice because you can kind of fix it and finagle it. Yes, come in. Hi. Fix it and finagle it as you need to, but I do feel like in saying that, we're also just really gonna have to kind of glue this in place. So this is the working theory for this. How do we feel about that? I feel like this is gonna be so cute and so fun. Also, yeah, I think that's the vibe. I think she's just gonna be it, and then we're gonna need to glue her in place. But first thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and glue the bow kind of in place so that this can stay, because right now the knot is nice and easy to fix, but I think that if I want it to actually like stay like this, because even if I tug the slightest at any of it, it's gonna come undone. So let's glue the bow and then we can worry about attaching her. Okay, I applied a little bit of the fabric fusion to it, and I think what we're gonna do is just leave it here for tonight. We're gonna let this vlog kind of sit as it is, because what I want to be able to do is to make sure that I can pull and kind of tug on it in the morning and it's going to stay as stable as I'm hoping that it will, so that we're not having to fix and finesse it later. Like, just rather give it a little bit of extra time versus finishing it now just to say that we finished it on Vlogmas day 1, because we have lots of crafts coming ahead. But I feel like that's going to be a really cute one, a really fun one. It's a little tedious to kind of learn the bow. I think slowing it down was very, very helpful. Hitting the half speed. If you tap on the video it'll give you the settings option and you can do playback speed. Half speed was great. I really, really needed to see the direction of how she was doing everything, and that helped a bunch. But we'll hopefully get it together tomorrow, and then we can kind of trial her out and see what other fun things we're going to create together. So I'm so excited. But I hope you guys all enjoyed day 1 of Vlogmas. I'm so excited to just kind of craft and do these fun little ways and things that we can do that are festive together over the next 24-25 days. Wherever you are in the world, I love you. It is a good day to have a good day, and I hope you're all having a beautiful day wherever you are. Bye, guys.